Oh my god, I just saw like a ripped off thumbnail from my banner.
Mercy.
Mercy. And these into cubic.
First I couldn't turn on the computer and I couldn't get the cup. Lord man, have mercy. Mercy.
The thumbnail didn't even save. Now I don't even know if I'm on the same one.
Mercy.
I did not know. It's saying I'm there. I'm not. Yay! Oh, but
Yay!
the mic sounds horrible. Got a scratch here between. Stretch this here. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Why'd it go bigger? Wait, stretch. Oh, these cubic.
Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, I am a marketing. Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink.
Right here. Then these in.
The fan of the pink. Well, I love pink. Well,
I'll make it bigger. Oh my god. Oh my god. Help me. If anyone comes in my room and asks me edit for anything, I'm actually gonna go crash out. Oh my god. This is what happens when you have like a big family. Oh my god.
well,
Why is it going forward? Oh, because that old queen frame. 1, 2, 3 keyframes erased. Boom. Oh my god. I can't for the life of me. Get a peaceful housing household. It's smaller.
well, I am a marketing guide. I'll give.
Oh wait,
Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well,
I forgot to move pin up. Ugh. Ah, that's better.
well, I am. I am a fan of the pink.
Credit to someone else, by the way. Like Ashen, that's the guy. Credit to him for writing the pack.
Well, I am a marketing.
I'm gonna be so sick of hearing this all to you afterwards.
Fan of the pink. Well, I am a marketing guide. I'll give. I am. Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, I am a marketing guide.
Alright, let's just animate Pin's eye movements.
Maybe they weren't a fan of the.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh yeah, hold on. Just need to.
Fan, fan of the. The pink. The
1%. Oh, I see it down. How much how little? Oh my god. Oh, come on. The charger's downstairs. I have to be quick. Now back. My tablet turned off. Well, not really run out, but turned off. But let's see if we're working. Tablet turned off. Well, not. Yippee! We're back in action.
Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, the fan of the pink. Well, the fan of the pink.
We should select all these and turn them into QBEs.
Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, I am a marketing guide. Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, I am a marketing guide. I'll give it a go. Well, I am. Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, maybe they weren't a fan of the pink.
They weren't a fan of. I don't know.
Maybe they weren't a fan. Maybe they weren't a fan. They weren't a fan of the pink. They weren't a fan of the pink. the pink. Well, maybe they weren't a fan of the. Maybe they weren't a fan. Maybe they weren't a fan of the. Maybe they weren't a. Maybe they weren't a fan of. Maybe they were.
I mean, a free frame break is actually pretty stupid. Right, hold on, let me try this again. Ah! Stop moving! Oh my god. I just hit time.
Weren't a fan of the pink. Well, maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, I am a mark.
There we go.
Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, maybe they weren't a fan of the pink.
Oh no.
Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink.
So yeah, animating is pretty cool.
Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, I am a. I am the pink. Well,
No, see?
the pink. Well, I am a marketing guide. I'll give it a go.
And page disappears for some of the frame before popping back in again. There we go. Split. I don't know how this works. Now the audio won't work, hold on.
Still too squid. Oh my god. Stupid audio. It's not working. Oh my god. Audio sucks. Hide it back again. How do you bring back the audio? This never happens. Oh my god! So while we try and get the audio back, I'm going to show you a main tutorial. So movements wise, first I'm going to go to this like example project. I'm going to create my stickman again. So if you want to make a stickman BFDIA animation, then you wanna, it's about layers. So you wanna make the head. You make the head perfect, and then just make the head the circle bit, and just like lick it like a lollipop. Wrap that extra end that goes on there. There we go. Next layer, you first wanna color the circle in white. Yeah, that's it. Next layer, actually we'll call this stickman body. Layer 2, you want to create the eyes. So you want to draw 2 ovals. Try to make 2 ovals. Not that. So that's 2 ovals. Then, damn. Okay, they're probably gonna ask me to do shopping since I know of a bit of stock around my house. So I'll be back in a few. I'm just gonna put onto like something. I don't know. Just leave this. I'll put a drawing. Actually, I don't want it to turn off in case. Yeah. It's just like. Oh, he forgot. Okay, I don't think I need to do anything, but if anyone shouts me, I'll be on the way. I saw my tablet turn off there, so damn, I do not know how this works. I'll see the app I'm using over here. Whatever. Let's check. Good. Just no one in the stream as expected. Like, come on, no one ever joins my stream, man. It's so stupid. There's other people out there that get like 4 viewers, even though when they have 26 subscribers. It's just so stupid. It's a dumb reason. Like, if the rating stream, they just get like 14 views in an instant. It's just pathetic. Like, where's mine? Where's my robot shine? Like, I remember I had 20 viewers once, but yeah, okay, back to tutorial. You wanna name these eyes, make another layer. You just wanna make all the mouths like you need. Now here's the tip when creating mouths, you wanna make it a symbol. You wanna go edit clip. Copy the mouth. Not the marker, not the marker, not the marker. Where the hell did the yellow come from? Where the hell? I lost the circle. There it is. Okay. We'll copy that mouth and paste it into another frame. Turn this. Okay, you see this? Erase it immediately. What the hell? Okay, what the hell? Oh my god. Right, hold on. Oh my god, where did everything go? There it is. Whew. Nope. Now on this map, you want to go to freeform, do this, and then squish and squash it. And now you get a fluid animation. Then to create the open mouth, you want to do this for all projects, by the way. You can't just be lazy and just use the same mouth all over again. That's what I did. What the hell? I don't. You just wrote out it once. Whatever. I'm gonna redo the mouth. Add the filling in. Squash it so it's like a valve. Copy, paste, then squish it and squash it again. Then for the O mouth, you want to draw an O here, like an O shape. Copy, paste, and then you want to move it forward a little. Now, if you want to, this is optional. You want to put on freeform and squish it. Bring it back to it. Actually, no. Copy this mouth and then put that there. And then that's optional. I don't really use it since it's not really ideal in my animations. Now for the closed teeth mouth. Now normally when I do this, it will look the other way. What I do is draw it reversed. I draw from this way, draw from that way, like this way, something like that. Okay. Oh my god. Why won't it work? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Squish it. Anyone here? Halcyons. It's all YouTube stuff these days. Let me too small for mouth. Hold on. Copy, delete, paste. Squash, stretch. I don't know what squish means, but whatever. F mouth. And I really struggle drawing these. So let's just see. That's how I draw an F mouth. So maybe I can just like do the reverse. Since I do W's, you should do M's. Hold on. That's close as I can get to an F mouth. Copy, paste, and then do this. Okay, once you're done with the other mouths, if you go to 16 FPS, they'll look kind of smooth. Hold on. So yeah, but if you're on 24 FPS, they have to use the mouse more regularly or squash it more. So like copy another frame, but I don't really do that. I just use the mouse regularly. It just works the most. Let's go back to my other animation. Okay, I did a lot of BFDIA animation just because I just want to see if I can get better. But yeah, for this animation, where he's like he's remaking Pin, you can see the mouths. We go inside the mouths. We can see all the mouths. So I did a horrible F mouth right there. So yeah, really the gap between your times. So the gap between your open mouth and your closed mouth on the first, if it's immediate audio, if you squish, you put the second one first, and as soon as you hear Pin talk, like, so like 4 frames that are talking, you put the open mouth. Oops, I just move it. No, then. So just follow the lip sync, or just follow it from here. If you can't see it, then just use your own route. You have to use the lip sync chart, but I think I already just did.
What's the point of that?
So that's, I kind of screwed up here. I was kind of excited, I think. So yeah, back to what we were doing. Now you want to make these markers. You don't have to put a name. Normally, I used to put them names like M to O, whatever. But I don't really put names on them anymore since it make useless sense. They kind of tell you what mouse to use. Okay. So we're done with the mouse and the body, but we haven't done the limbs. Oh yeah, limb movement. We'll get to that in a sec. Make the legs. Turn it to black, and so you want to make the legs. Okay, boom. There we go. And then you want to make the arms, which is just basically simple. Make one arm, make another layer, and the other arm. Then here comes the layer mixing, like the layer pudding. Okay, so for this arm, this. So when I put this, so this is the arm, the right arm. We're gonna hide this under the asset body, since that's what people use. So it's like a blend. It's actually 3D. And for the legs, you want to put them behind the body as well. And for the arm right here, that can be stay out. So that's cool. Alright, I think we're ready. Okay, now you wanna hold this. You want to select this and select multiple. You want to drag your finger down until you reach the background layer, which you want to select all the layers of the part, and you can actually drag it, but you're not here to do that. Drag this out for a second if you want to. If you want to make a test animation, and you notice when you play it, the mouse just shuffle. The mouth is too fast. It's like your house is like it's like a rap god or something. You want to go over here to properties. This button that looks like lines, like I don't know. Scroll down until you see select from markers. Press that, and you want to press the smile button. This button right here, the first one. So now your character just be like smiling the whole frame. We're not really making him lip sync here, but we're just putting out what we can. Also, there's a little whiteness in the eye. Hold on. Can't make it a symbol, so we have to roast it. Never mind. We will remake the eyes. We will remake the eyes. It's too big of eyes. Bloody hell, man! No. So yeah, then once you've done everything, you make it a symbol. Oh wait, don't make the mouth a symbol. If you make the mouth the symbol after you've done the mouths, once you make a symbol, it'll just remain still the whole frame. You don't want that. Instead, you don't want to create the symbol. You want to keep the markers, right? So keep it on that smile. When you create the symbol, it'll freeze the mouse permanently, and you have to make the markers all again. So next for the movement, you want to go into this button right here. This is called transform hierarchy. It's basically like where you put all your body parts in, and hold on, I'll just name the layers: mouth, arms. Oh wait, actually no. So what arms is this? Like the front arm. And for this one, this is behind arm. So behind arm. Then legs. Let's lock the layer. Rename legs. So now you have your little Vector buddy. You move him around, you move his limbs around, you can make everything around of him. Okay, so what's next is, yeah, the transform hierarchy. So basically, you put something in, they put something, for example, you put the stickman body and put your front arm in. You can move those two at the same time while selecting the stickman body. So it's kind of like your little friend here. Oh yeah, so the method that we're using is we're going to put the stickman body in first. Then with the method, you don't need to put the layers in order. You don't want to put them where they're layered. And do not do this. Do not put the things in there. Not like this. Wait, hold on. Do not put So when you put them not in the stickman body layer, then it'll just not work. But if you put the behind arm like where the stickman body is, it'll go in there. We'll do this for all of them, except for the legs. So now you move your little buddy around. You can make him do awesome stunts like flip, move forward, make him flying tricks, make him take off his legs, which he will not like that at all. Do not restrain my boy here. So yeah, this is gonna be your little friend making movements. Movement time. Let's see if anyone is in here. Bloody hell, man! What did I expect? Whatever. Movement time. So, create. Oh my god. Hold on. You want to create three keyframes. Select them all and move them to whatever frame you want them to move. And then here comes the fun part, the movements. Now you can move your pivot point anywhere, but you gotta do it at the beginning since it'll just move the animation. But you want whatever, you don't need that. That can be explained in the video already. So you want to go after this, then you want to move your character up. You may notice he comes off his legs a little bit. Move him back, and then move through a few frames after. You can either do forward or backwards. I like to do forwards or backwards. It gives me the option. Move this. Maybe say it looks wonky. Like, you weren't teaching me. You just making me do wonky movements and make views criticized. No. Select all the frames in this. Select global. Then go into this line thing here. Easing curve. So this just determines the body movement. For example, if it was quadric, it will move kind of smoothly. If it was cubic, it will move much smooth. Quartic, same thing. If you use exponential, then it'll just look kind of wonky. It'll move kind of quickly, and if you use elastic, this creates kind of a bouncing motion. And the first thing I did in choose go try and make a ball bouncy animation. Didn't quite work out because I was very new to the game. Actually, no. First thing I do is just download all the asset paths and put them in, so I can make my own scenarios. Now I have a few lost projects because I did really split a Toon Squid, but there were enough bad stories. You want to use the cubic one. This is the most smoothest coming to BFDIA animations. You want to press ease in. Now you may know, Lukey, dude, this looks kind of wonky, but it's not. Once you play your animation, look at that. Smoothment. Smoothment, that's what I call my movement. Smoothment. Now you can see your movers looking wonky. Then you make just move the last keyframe and move it forward again while moving it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. So there we go. You have a little bouncy animation. Now you may know his arms are not moving. Well, here comes that change. The best thing about transform hierarchy is you don't need to move the limbs on the body. Well, I don't know what that means, but you want to do the same as before, but except with the different twist. So while it's moving, you want to turn yourself into free form. You want to stretch this arm out, then move it up. Well, why do we need to stretch it? Well, there's a thing called smear frames. So BFDIA smear frames.
Hey guys, today I'll be teaching you
So credit to Yellow 38. He's a cool guy. He's a BFDIA animator.
2 levels.
So basic smear.
Movement.
Okay, I'll just explain smear anyway. So smear is what they use in cartoons to make movements more smooth. So for example, in my animation, the audio's not back. I do not know why the audio's not working. Look, god damn it. You know, let's just remove it. Boop. Let's re-add it in so we might see the audio, please. Re-add it. Come on, please. It's 8:02 at the moment in the UK.
They weren't a fan of the
There we go.
Maybe they weren't a fan of the pink. Well, I am.
So you see in my animation that I showed you previously, I'm gonna use this. So you see smear frames. You see what happens?
Maybe they weren't a fan of the.
You see it in slow motion. So yeah, that's what smear frames are. They're just like very quick motions. So you can use your hand to make very fast motions. So you see they won't stretch out, but you can kind of see the smoothness in your hand. Okay, back to what we were doing. We make so if you want to make like a transition into another limb. So while it's smearing, you want to make an after the frame, you want to make a new drawing. Basically, this is like another drawing. So you want to make a guy you may do the hand up. Then cool. Let me see. It looks kind of wonky. So you want to drag your hand down here. Now you want to make 3 keyframes again, and drag those 3 into the beginning of that drawing they just made. Pull your arm up. You basically want to make it smear as well. So smear, then put that down. So cubic. Make sure this is cubic as well, if you want to. And move it forward or backward. They have a little movement, so let's see. See you do, you made your hand move. Coolio. We can do that the other hand. Do the same thing as you did on the other hand, but the inverted way. So yeah, do the same thing. You see your arm moved before the animation. And I don't know what I did, but oh yeah, because you never tried this. You want to look on your other hand. So mine starts at 4. So you can move yours to 4. So move that there. And then you want to stretch this out. There you go. Now your animation moves when this keyframe starts. You want to do that keyframe before you move the hand. Because your hand will move before you even put that at the beginning of the animation. So yeah, we'll get to eye movement in a second. So yeah, do the same thing. I'm gonna do it right now. No, let's look on the other hand. Yep, we're going to play the frame. I keep making voice cracks for some reason. Frame. Oh wait, that's the movement. Oops. Select multiple. There we go. Let's go back to my live stream. Oh my god, my back's aching. And of course, no one's in the chat, like always. Oh yeah, 1st of June, we'll be doing the BFDIA update. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. We need a lot of viewers. We need everyone, please. I really want to. Also be trying to complete the fast pass. The fast pass. Sorry for some it's got to be so much. Sonic Speed similar. I don't even know where to begin. They've been making worse updates. Shadows week's being used. This week they just did a bird anniversary. It's very hard. I don't even want to do it. And well, another the shadow skin is in the event, so it isn't new. It's just shadow. Well, I don't know. So yeah, so right here. I'm missing rotation. Move this forward. So peaceful in my room right now. It's so cool. You're going to make your arms move. I did the prototype of this in the animation. Let me just find it real quick. Just trying to find it. Oh yeah, most of these are unnamed because I didn't really bother. Here it is. So yeah, let's see what I did wrong. I didn't really do anything wrong, but hands moving before the animation even starts. That's the thing I didn't know back then. Shush. Alright. See, let's see the flaws of this. So, the arms move before even moving. That's a kind of bad. I didn't know that at the time, so yeah. And the arms moving are not very kind of smooth. You can see the arm kind of moves into the body, kind of. And the arms aren't even made when they're drawn. And the move is just kind of blocky. They just did ease out on the cubic. Oh, I thought ease out and cube. Okay, this is linear. I didn't bother to change that. Let me show that real quick. Oh, the cubic just makes it kind of wonky. But yeah, yeah, I didn't know much. I didn't know much. It's hard when you have brothers in the house. Whatever. This just seems kind of wonky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I did learn that the body has to be only. Okay, I did learn this, but I didn't color it in. Back to this animation. We're gonna move on to the eyes. Ooh, these guys. Ooh, eyes. So yeah. So we're gonna make a blink in between. So when it starts to move, voice track, blink. Then for a few frames until I shrug, I'm gonna put on a face. There we go. The blink is done. Oh yeah, it looks kind of faster. Oh, perfect. Now time for the mouth. Now, we're not gonna lip sync this, but we're just gonna make, like, the smile. There we go. There we go. Now we just made my new Stickman animation. So you see, it's after it's done, it looks smooth. You don't notice it that much. So there we go. We made another one of these Stickmen shrugging, and yep. Yeah. Alright, I don't think I'll be able to finish this animation very soon. I need to take a break. I need to go do some stuff. And the audio's gone again. I don't know why that happens. But I'll see you guys, I don't know when. I'm gonna think, what day is the first of June? Okay, I'll see you guys on Saturday. Woohoo! We're gonna, actually, no. I'll see you guys at like 12:50 on Sunday. Yay! Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.